Hi friends, my name is Allie Toothman, and this is IG Fails. These are the things that I have done that led to failure of growing my Instagram. They did not work at all, and so I wanted to do this video to help you learn from my mistakes. So let's just jump right in. Be sure that you hit subscribe over here because I will be doing more videos similar to this. So the very first thing, do not do follow loops. Follow for follow, it does not work. 9 times out of 10, people will unfollow you. And that's the biggest thing that you don't want. You don't want them to unfollow you because then what was the point? You're also being told that you have to follow these people. So they're not even in your niche. They're not people that you actually would go out and follow. I mean, some might, but there's really no point in doing it because they're not people that you chose to follow. And therefore, they may or may not interact with you. You may or may not interact with them. And a big part of social media is being social and growing a community and making friends and things of the nature. Follow for follow is also another technique that people use where they go and they spam a bunch of people, they follow a bunch of people, hoping that some of them follow them back. And that also doesn't work. And you can also get banned by Instagram for doing that. And also, it's rude. Like, just going through, following a bunch of people, unfollowing them for your own personal gain. I'm sorry, but I think that's rude. Actually, I'm not sorry. It's rude. Okay, so I haven't done this intentionally, if this makes sense. But buying followers, you don't want to do that. Okay, so the way I accidentally did it is that there was a referral program that a group chat was doing, and it said, if you refer 10 people, then you get 2,000 followers. And I'm like, wow, this giveaway page really knows their audience. That would be awesome. So I referred the 10 people, I got the 2,000 followers, and they were all fake followers. So of course, that didn't help me because why would a bot account engage on mine? They never have and they never will. They're not actual, they're obviously made by actual people, but they're not like actual people's accounts. They're literally just that, or they're literally just there to make it look like people have more followers. And I have actually been approached by somebody recently trying to get me to join a giveaway like that, and that is not okay. They're just like, you are guaranteed to get this many followers. If they tell you are guaranteed to get a certain amount of followers and all their pictures are just like super basic stock images, do not join giveaways on their page because they will all be fake followers and they won't get you anywhere. Another thing that really led to my downfall of my engagement is taking multiple breaks. So the reason I took these breaks, and when I say a break, I mean like multiple months. The longest one I took was 6 months. But that one, it was because my dad died and I was having a really, really hard time after he passed away. I did not handle it well, emotionally speaking, and just in the way of how I reacted, I took it the hardest out of all my siblings. Obviously they all were hurting, but I completely shut down. I stopped my business. I stopped taking care of myself. I ended up getting on antidepressants, and that has helped me so much. And if you didn't notice, I'm not one to hide my mental health struggles. But that was a big thing. I don't think that I am at fault for taking that break. But my other breaks were because I got burnt out, because I was trying to do everything and be everywhere, and I was following every single piece of advice that I had gotten. And you just really have to find what works for you, because like one of the engagement strategies that I tried to follow was like I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like 10 cents to $1.20. Like, I don't remember. But it's like you go through 10 hashtags, and on each 10 hashtags you comment on 10 people's posts, and you do that like twice a day, and that's a lot. Like, that takes a lot of time, especially if like you go through a hashtag and there's a lot of people that their captions, and they are from, like, if they are from another country and their captions are in another language, you're gonna have to skip over those, and you really want to find somebody that you connect with before you comment on their post. So it takes more time. You don't just swipe through and just comment and comment and comment. Like I said, you have to be social, but it's also about community. It has to be somebody that you relate with. And I was not taking care of myself. I mean, I was in like the very basic aspect, but I wasn't doing any self-care. I wasn't going out and doing things. I had horses at the time, and we would spend about 3 hours in the car each time we would go see them, because they were boarded an hour and a half away from our house. So that entire 3 hours that I was in the car, like, I wasn't really spending time with my husband. I wasn't really talking to my kids. Like, I was working, and I burnt myself out. Like, it was too much. And I was only doing my content one at a time. So if I was going to post today, I would take the picture today. And granted, I'm going to post this video today, but I had this planned. I have content days. Sunday, which is today, is one of my content days. So I plan out my content now. But I would just, like I said, I wasn't taking care of myself. My depression was taking over because I was so stressed out. And so I wasn't doing posts planned out. I was just like, okay, I need to do this. And I was honestly failing brands. I wasn't putting any creativity into my posts. I took some of that like stick-on wallpaper stuff, and I put it onto a end table, and I just did flat lace, which, granted, it was super cute, and I could have done a really great job if I would have applied myself, but I didn't. And that is where I failed. I would set things on the floor, stack them up, take a picture. I would lay things on the table and just like angle them different ways, and I would take the picture. I did not put any sort of creativity. I did it as basic as I could. And now, like, there are actually companies that don't want to work with me anymore. And that's upsetting, because I really liked those brands, but because I did not do my part as a creator, I did not actually create that content, I failed on my end. And I also was trying to get the perfect feed, like so aesthetically pleasing. Everything was cohesive, and that is impossible. I'm not perfect. My house, like you can see, is not perfect. Like that right there is my dog room. It used to be a dining room, but I'm at our table now. We didn't need 2 different places to eat. So like there's that. And then the room further back here, that's a computer room. Like, my house is not all white. It is not minimalistic. It is not perfect, and neither am I. So my feed is not going to be perfect, and it doesn't need to be perfect, because I have people who care about me and like my content, whether it's perfect or not. And I do have brands who like my content, even though my feed is not perfectly aesthetically pleasing. You don't have to be perfect. I promise you don't have to be perfect. You do need to have good images. You do. You do need to have good quality content. You do. But you don't have to be perfect. Another thing is I was not engaging with others. Again, social media. I wasn't being social. I was focusing solely on my content. I was replying to some comments on my posts, but that's it. Like, I didn't put any sort of social aspect into it. All I cared about was the numbers. And that really, really hurt me. And it was just, I'm a perfectionist, and I felt like I wasn't living up to my potential. And I really, really struggled with that. So I didn't do what I needed to do. And I didn't speak to others. I had built some relationships and I made some friends, but building a community was not my goal like it is now. And last but certainly not least, I was not utilizing my stories. How are people really going to get to know you if you don't use your stories? They won't. And I feel like that is a really important aspect to being a content creator, is you are not just a pretty face on a screen. You are a person, and your community wants to know you, and that is what matters. I mean, this is my recap video. I did this video initially on Instagram Live, and boy, was it sure something. My kids were interrupting me. My dog started barking. I could barely finish a sentence. It was just chaos, but it was real. That's my life. My life is chaos. I had to bribe my kids for me to be able to do this video. I put my dogs down for a nap with my husband. Yes, I have to put my dogs down for a nap. I have one kid on the computer, one kid is sleeping, and the other is on her tablet. So I had to do what I needed to do to get this done, and they understand, but lives are kind of tough with my crew. But again, I'm not perfect, and I hope that's okay with you guys. So these are my failures, but I do have a lot of things that do work and a lot of things that have helped me grow, and I also want to share those with you. So next week I will be posting another video explaining how I have helped grow my page and my community and my friendships, and I hope you guys enjoy it and you enjoy this video. Like I said, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment, like this video, just show some love, and I would appreciate it so much. Have a great day, guys.